I realized, like, I'm beating myself up because I keep thinking about it the wrong way. I think for a person who's going to be successful in media, politics, all other things, I know what the steps are. Subconsciously, I know what the steps are. You're supposed to do this, then you get to this stage, and then you get to this stage, and then you get to whatever is success, right? Whatever, however you define success. And I'm so frustrated because I don't see myself taking those steps. Again, these were not conscious thoughts, but I realized at that moment that that's what I was missing and why I was frustrated. Like, are we not doing the right things, right? And then I realized, no, you take those steps inside the gates. If you're outside the gates and you're a barbarian like me, you don't climb up the same ladder. There is no goddamn ladder, right? You're outside the gates. So you wouldn't go from, like, this and then CNN and the New York Times is writing about you and then this is happening, because they write about people inside the castle. And I'm outside the castle. So it's not a conspiracy. Again, back to our point and why I brought it up. It's just they don't know what's outside the castle, and it's not like I don't care what the hell's going out there. That's the Netherlands.
It's not the right word.
Nether
it's
regions.
Another world. Well, that's wrong.
That's
it's
also wrong.
That's right.
They're both wrong, but
stick with outside the gates.
Outside the gates. So definitely not
it's
the
Nether regions.
No, that's not it at all. But let's go back to Netherlands. That was definitely better. Okay. Anyway, you're in Holland, and so I thought, what?
So who are the Dutch?
And so this is a little self-aggrandizing, so bear with me. But I thought maybe I got them where I want them. That I'm thinking about it the wrong way. That I didn't climb that ladder because I'm not climbing that ladder. If you're leading a rebellion or part of a rebellion, you're not going to go up that ladder. This is where I should be as a person involved in the rebellion. And so, the cool kids have figured out a way to conform better than other kids, right? Like, they're pretending not to conform, and it's the example I've used a couple times on the show, where I remember when I was a kid in the 1980s, I'm in the locker room, and there's one of the cool kids, and in the 70s, they used to pull their socks all the way up, okay, to their knees, and that was cool. Then in the 80s, that became uncool because you're trying too hard by pulling your socks all the way up, and you want to be cool, you don't want to try too hard. So I saw one of the cool kids, he would pull his socks all the way up and then carefully roll them down. I'm like, that's twice the effort.
Right.
Okay, right. And whereas I would just leave my socks wherever the fuck they were, right?
Loser.
Exactly. And so they have figured out a way to get societal confirmation and approval in a way that is more efficient, better, etc. But if you're doing that, you're not part of a rebellion. You have figured out how to conform better to societal norms. And I'm not conforming. Again, it sounds like I'm painting myself as cool. That's because I kind of am. Let's keep it real. No, seriously, it's just to say, it gave me peace of mind to realize I don't know if I'm going to be successful, we're going to be successful in that rebellion. But if you were in that rebellion, this is where you would be.
Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah.
Right? And for whatever reason, that gave me huge peace of mind, and I went back to sleep.